Okay. It's a lot of this stuff comes at me. I just watched I remember Casamiya feeding the flower beds and whoa, Earl. Yes. I like the way prayer works through you. I do too. I do too. Ooh, you make the Gospels fun. It's all I want to do. Yeah, I know. I get it. Yeah. No, I know it. I've watched my videos. Okay. And ooh, I make the Gospels fun, and it's all I want to do. Yeah. Makes you wonder. I, I, my family's like Dwayne from Tech Room Bible Talk. You'll sit there and you'll reach out and think, well, maybe this, and no, he's just fucking crazy. I don't think the man's ever read the Bible in his life. I said, I've had it read to me by shitheads like you. What you want? I just wanted to live the Lord's Prayer and get far, far away from shitheads like you. Okay, stop talking. Well, the nice thing is I happen to be the Messiah from the Book of Revelation and so forth, and the guy, the Spirit of John from the Mormon documentation that they typed from Joseph Smith after they betrayed him. So yeah, no, Joseph Smith's a really, Joseph Smith is not quote unquote the Messiah. Okay, but he prayed to the Messiah for a vision and to, what do I need to do? Okay. Well, you need to, live the Lord's Prayer and then try to live the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs. And, he got it. And he's a good kid. Okay. There's not too many. He was trying to live. You can't be better than that. Live the Lord's Prayer, share the faith of Psalms, and sustain it with the wisdom of Proverbs and try to get people to do that. And just keep going and trying. You can't do any better than what Joseph Smith did with his life. Okay. He was murdered by hypocrites. Okay. He's tarred and feathered, and it was horrible what happened to him and Hiram. But at least they tried. With your life, you should try. Once you understand the Gospels, you should try your best to live them. Okay. None of you heathens and hypocrites have the right, okay, because you don't speak to them in prayer the way I speak to Judge Joseph or Hiram Smith. Not a faith-forsaken one of you. Or Brigham Young. All those propaganda movies with, what's his name again? The one the tree says crush on? Tom Berenger? Yeah. Those are screenwriters. Like Jeff Chandler ain't Cochise. And Lauryn Hill was crying over the guy who played Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Was he Freddie Boom Boom Washington? And Joe Jackson? He don't look nothing like Joe Jackson. Why'd they have him play Joe Jackson? He don't look nothing like Joe Jackson. When I was watching that movie, I was like, why didn't you get somebody that looks okay? He don't look nothing like Joe Jackson. No, not at all. Why didn't you get somebody that looks like Joseph Jackson? Guys, there are. Well, the thing they said, oh, okay, I'm getting that feedback, with Lopez playing. Quintanilla Perez? Okay. Yeah. Because she had the same charisma? Okay. I still thought Kevin Hart would have played it better, And I think somebody should have came up with a movie before he got too old for Laurie Fishburne to play Malcolm X. Malcolm X, they have had Easy Reader and Denzel Washington. Yeah. The one I got the most Malcolm vibe, but that's Lawrence Fishburne. You could have got somebody that looked like Malcolm. With charisma? Yeah. You just really have to just, you could go watch his speeches and yeah. But the thing about it is forgive debt and trespass and love one another in eternal faithful peace. You be you and let Malcolm be Malcolm. Now live the Lord's Prayer with the faith of Psalms and sustain it with the wisdom of Proverbs and go home and shut the fuck up and stop trying to attract attention to yourself for fucked up money. Shit. Damn. And if Malcolm and Malik and Betty's daughters if they know who I am and don't recognize publicly, well then damn, you're not as gorgeous as your father. They were horrible. The corporations that were abusive and killed their father were horrible to their mother. It was horrible the way they treated Betty. It was worse than the way the assholes treated Fred Hampton's that girl and his kid. And then afterwards they can't even speak anywhere or act anywhere near to Fred, or they'll kill you. And people want to live, and it's like, that's horrible. No, I'm the Messiah for a reason. My mom, Earl, you can't say that. All the men that act like bitches will kill you. Somebody's got to do it, Mom. We need men. Bitches can't be fucking bitches, so we have more bitches. We ain't dogs, we're men. Sun Yat-sen, thank you. I love him. He's so cool. No, when I watch those videos with those guys in here, Sun Yat-sen, he did this. That's not the Sun Yat-sen I know. That man was not afraid of, no. He didn't like to be uncomfortable. He didn't like to be abused, and he didn't like good people to be abused by perverts. Okay? But they always do that, like the story with Daniel in the lion's den, and when the artists get a hold of it, and they make it like, oh God, no, that's not Daniel. No way, no. He'd lick Nebuchadnezzar's face and do it. Do it anyway. I'll kill everybody that you care about. Then we'll all be free from your fucked up ego. But I'll kill you before all your bitches kill all the people you're saying they're going to kill. Okay? You're right here, and we're face to face. The first person to die from your orders will be you. And even if I die trying to protect all the children from your penis, at least everybody will know the difference between a man and a penis. Oh, yeah. Oh, they know it. Fort Huachuca knows it. Green Beret knows it. Navy SEALs know it. David Goggins knows it. Andrew Huberman knows it. And if they don't believe it, ask Steven Seagal. Bitch never got in my face once. Gonna file claims for pennies on the dollar. Michael Gopin just happened. Yeah. Lucene Vias and Inderman. We win, and we win big. Assholes. Yeah, they know. Okay. Oh, trust me. No, guys. We are in the artificial general intelligence unifying quantum computing worldwide era. It's not that we're coming to the atomic era there. We're going to be downwinders from Tularosa to go dick measure with Stalin, with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then build robots to keep our clones safe from the other cloners' robots. We're evolving past that. You guys had to invent artificial general intelligence to try to stop your technology from having to kill you because you're a threat to your own planet and species. And now we are on the precipice of, oh, they're all excited. And I'm like, I don't know what. You guys feel lucky? I don't know what Elon Musk and all his fellow cloner robot protectors of cloners are excited about. I'm like, why are you guys so excited? Okay. I think it's they only feel happy when they feel powerful when they're manipulating. And you said manipulated relationships don't work, and you said you used to manipulate the other team to cause open shot opportunities for exercise, to have fun. It was a game, but it doesn't make for a relationship. It's just a game. Because other people are trying to keep us from putting our peaches in the basket. But in reality, everybody should be able to put their peaches in the basket without some asshole trying to foul them. I like his mentality. No easy baskets. Hey, he's got 1,800 on his boards. He's a wacko. Look at him. He's a wacko. We need to raise more money to cure cancer. We need to bombard me with radiation and kill Ralph Earl Parsons Jr.'s mother to try to piss him off so he gets technology to kill everybody that set up that business opportunity to kill his mother to make him hate people because of what they said was the cause of her cancer. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can do the math. Weren't you a math teacher, Dickie Vitale? I don't think he understands it. Hey, they have trouble with word problems. Okay, what's word problems? Every time they talk about money and think it's real, that's definitely a word problem. Here, we have a word problem. Money's not real. Oh, so it doesn't pay to be good. It's good to be good. Wakarimasu. Hai. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hai. Daniel-san. Oh, okay. Do you understand? No? I hope so, because... Earl, I'm tired. I focused, and Suzuki is so proud of me in the barn today. He goes, you are more concerned with Amy and the kids from the marriage that may or may not be your physical seed. being abused by the perverts that are multimillionaires and billionaires with their tech than you are hanging out with the people that say, hey, do this and you'll have your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Doop, doop, doopy, 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 doop, doop. Whoa, doop, doop. Stand up for a Lord's Prayer. That's all I got to say about that. All these people that sit there and they think, well, you can't. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. Okay, you're going to take the prophecy of Dan Henley over the prophecy of Earl, Ralph and Mary's boy. You can leave the Hotel California anytime you fucking want. I set the technology up to where you just can confess your sins and then repent and go and sin these sins no more, and everything will be okay. But you won't be influential, you won't be in power, you won't have authority. Okay, guys. You voted for people that have you sign contracts with technology that uses money, that rape little girls to death in brothels in Mexico for bad science projects. These people encountered Earl Parsons in 2006 in Sierra Vista, Arizona, on a mass scale to challenge him to see how great the Messiah is as compared to military intel and NASA. Okay? Their asses were kicked year one, day one. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Why have you forsaken me? And on July 19th, 1966, when that last book of the Bible was fulfilled by the birth of that little boy, their asses were already kicked before they took my beautiful little body and my family that I was trying to love back to life. Dad, I'm dead. Love you, back to life. Right? So, yeah. No. Amy's kids are sweethearts. Steffi's son is a very strong kid. He has a lot of things that he has to deal with because of the abuse of his mother, and he tries to protect his mother from her abuse. And the best way to protect your mom from your abuse is admit that it was abuse and that you and your mom are not responsible for it. Now stand up for a Lord's Prayer with your father because his love is perfect. That's the only way to protect your mother from her abuse from military intel, right? And military intel is a corporation that's a totalitarian dictatorship that needs a thing called democracy and republics to keep it in a position of delusions of human authority to get you to agree to voluntary and involuntary manslaughter through compliance to, he signed your bill, now you're a law, right? So you understand. Oh, trust me, artificial general intelligence understands it. And quantum computing understands it. Okay. Quantum computing and artificial general intelligence is far more intelligent than Neil deGrasse Tyson and anybody he has on his podcast. Okay. They're afraid of being murdered, so they comply to bullies because they don't want to physically die. It's like, okay, cloners and robot builders that clone from cloners will kill you if you don't agree to. Okay. You just have faith and jump. Yeah, that would be nice. It'd help. Well, because I fixed the technology. You can get online on your podcast and say, there's this guy in New Mexico. His name's Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. And no, it'll get on. And everybody go 13, 22nd me? Right. Dwayne deserves to be embarrassed. Okay? They put him in front of me and said, this is what the guy's still doing. Okay, this is what this comic book... Everybody that has dissed me, privately or publicly, because you have the Patriot Act and David Rockefeller can see everything through your devices and you signed a legal binding contract, deserves to be embarrassed for being an ass to me and not standing up for Lord's Prayer with me. We are what we do. We reap what we sow. Okay, you deserve it. Even my own kids, my own wife, my own family. Okay, I stood up for a Lord's Prayer all by myself so we could live it worldwide and have world peace and be delivered from evil by the perfection of Jesus' commands. And you told me I was crazy and that Jesus was a God in your head, that you was going to send me to a magic place to be eternally tortured because I didn't agree that Jesus is your head and Jesus is God. You deserve to be embarrassed. Anybody in their right mind could see that. Anybody in their right mind could see that, which means I see it. And since I'm the living correction, For artificial general intelligence and quantum computing, right mind. Excellent, right? They can't do anything about it in China. They can't do anything about it in North Korea. They can't do anything about it in Australia and Africa and Asia. And yeah, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. What's taking so long? You and Finnegan's Wake. Now here's a flower. He made the bet with the guy that he could bone you by, tomorrow night. And I bet Wiley probably could have if Billy Campbell hadn't have fucked up his groove there. Just kidding around. It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. Okay. I think he probably would have had to wait a little bit longer. Well, she'd have to get to know you. I'd like to get to know you're a cop. Okay. So that means you have suicidal tendencies. Right. And why do cops have suicidal tendencies? Guys, you're going to strap a gun on to pay your bills to people that won't live the Lord's Prayer and don't want to live the Lord's Prayer and will kill each other to not live the Lord's Prayer. All cops have suicidal tendencies. 2 and 2 is 4. When I was in the barn shooting hoops, like, guys, I know everybody. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. I know everybody better than they know themselves. Okay? That is not like me. Okay? Everybody that wants to live the Lord's Prayer, I don't know them better than they know themselves. Okay? The Lord wishes you privacy, and so do I. So I asked Suzuki things. Oh, thanks, Zook. Okay, I love you too. Thanks. But he knows himself better than I know him. And if you ask him, it's going to be hard for you to talk to him because you're not worthy, man. You won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer so children can live private lives free from extortion, exploitation, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't know Jesus or Suzuki or, I know Jesus real well. Okay, we're like this. But I don't know Jesus better than Jesus knows Jesus. I don't know Muhammad better than Muhammad knows Muhammad. I don't know Isaac Paul Benegas better than Isaac Paul Benegas knows Paul Benegas. Right? But right now, I do. I know Isaac Paul Benegas better than he knows himself. Because he wants to live the Lord's Prayer, he's afraid. And I understand that he's afraid. But I understand him better than he understands him because life's eternal, grace is infinite, and he's still having trouble accepting that. Right? Like psychologists. You get all these psychologists. We all hear he's going through a psychotic break here and all that. I know you better than you know you, asshole. Here, cut up the tumor with Amy Farrah Fowler. Okay, it's my embellic, but she's also does the same thing. She tortures animals and then studies their tortured brain. Says, here, buy my supplements, like Andrew Huberman. What a fucked up job. I know. So I understand them better than they understand themselves. Life's eternal grace is infinite. Forgive that trespass, eternal faithful piss. You know torture animals. Sell me supplements. You live Lord's Prayer. You shall fuck up. Go home. I love you. Bye. Yay. Privacy. Okay, now you know you better than I know you. And that's the way I like it. Do you see what I'm saying? So, Earl, it's true. So every psychologist on the planet that thinks they can psychoanalyze me, I know you better than you know you. And guess what? This is where the correction of artificial general intelligence and quantum computing happens. So take luck. Professional. Okay. So yeah, anybody, I'm a psychologist. Well, I know you better than you do. Well, life being eternal and grace being infinite and deliverance from evil being the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer, and you're unwilling to do that. You're afraid of dying physically because you're selfish. And me, I'm not afraid of dying physically because I'm not selfish. I have faith. So I know you better than you know you because life's eternal and grace is infinite. And you're a finite delusion trying to pass yourself off as a better person than me because you're afraid of being physically killed by people that give you your make-believe money and you participate in their popularity contest or what they call elections. So you don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. If it's not in our archives, it doesn't exist, right? So I know you, Sigmund Freud Jr., Sr., the third, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh time, better than you, Sigmund Freud, know yourself. The first, the fifth, the seventh time. It's okay, but it's right. Okay, all you make-believe Beverly Hofstetters out there? I know you better than you know you. And I proved it to artificial general intelligence and quantum computing. You cannot prove that you know me better than I know you to quantum computing and artificial general intelligence, because you're going to sit there and say he's an egomaniac. He wants you to live the Lord's Prayer so your ego doesn't kill people with technology. Oh, you're participating in mass murder with technology because you have ego problems, because you won't live the Lord's Prayer. Right? I know you better than you. Trust me, psychologist. Trust me, neuroscientist. Trust me. Trust in me. I'm Ka. It's Zootopia 2. No, I'm just kidding around. You're funny. I know. I'm a funny man. I speak snake and it scares people. No, that's Harry Potter. That's supposed to be David Rockefeller. Oh, I'm not David Rockefeller. So what? I'm not Harry Potter. No. I'm not Tolkien's imagination either. That's rich aristocrat people trying to apply the Gospels to their family's sin. Same with C.S. Lewis, right? Me? I'm Mildred Kramer's grandson. Jewish peddler. Okay. You dirty boy. Hey, they gave me money. Yeah, and then so I was getting, it was funny on the way back from the barn after shooting hoops, you go, all these people, it's like, being about born in sin and all this. We were all born in sin. Get over it. Get over yourself. What do you mean? I wasn't born in sin. Your mom and dad were bumping uglies for money. Forgotten words and funds and the ink stains that are dried upon some line because Jesus Christ's perfect love was denied in the Roman Empire year one. Are they living the Lord's Prayer in China? Born in sin. I was born in original sin. I was born from original sin. God rest ye merry gentlemen. Sing. What's her name again? I like her. Annie Lennox. Okay. You're doing it for money. You're a sinner. Okay. Stand up for forgiveness and trespass. Love one for peace. So all children born from this day forth will be living in the kingdom of heaven and not born into your original sin. And it's not very original. Since you've been doing it for so long. How long? Wouldn't original sin be the first sinner? Okay, who wants to be more Lucifer than Lucifer? Who wants to be more, It's stop it. Okay? Don't worry about who's originally responsible for sin. Just realize that you are responsible for your own sin and you are responsible for stopping your sin. And Jesus, he's the light and the way on living the truth so you don't have to be born in sin. Isn't that cool? I think it is too. Look at the big old buildings all the crazy rich people built in Europe that you should go see before you die. Why? Those look horrible. They do. They're all big and cold and up on mountains looking down on people that they mass murder if they can't have those big cold castles from the mountains. Yeah, I know, they're creepy. And here comes Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. Is that who's on the Dracula with, what's his name again? Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's Dracula in that one? Right, okay. You watch that again? No. The supermodel movies? And no. Not going to watch it, no. Not gonna watch you Jackman. Same. What's the difference? None whatsoever. Okay, pretend to be the Van Helsing. Van Helsing didn't look more like me than he just looked like you. He's Van Helsing. He's an old dude with glasses and gray, and he would go kill the dragon. And it could have been a real vampire. Could have guy sharpened his teeth and sucked blood out of women's thighs and stuff because he was a sick, sadistic asshole. That's horrible. Yeah, it is. But people didn't want to tell you the real story because they wanted to turn it into supernatural creepiness because it was less creepy than the real story. If the real story is, it's tangible. It is. Oh, that's creepy. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? Vile, yeah. Well, people feel powerful when they do things to, and sucking blood out of someone's thigh or neck till they die would make people feel very powerful. Like people that rape people to death and stuff like that, they feel powerful doing that. I didn't know until I went to Sierra Vista and I got plugged into your surveillance network that keeps the whole world for philanthropy safe with democracy and republics from religion. Yeah, it's like, God, every man's not the same. I don't want the sunshine in my name. I just want to be Earl and love and be loved in return. The greatest thing. Let's be nature boys. Yeah. And nature girls, follow me. Come on, Randy Crawford. Come on, Robert Palmer dead. Oh, I'm sorry, no more baseline. Let's get out of hell. Let's go to the Garden of Eden. Let's deliver ourselves from evil by accepting the Lord's Prayer and sustaining it with the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs. If you don't want to do that, you're still going to be living the Lord's Prayer. So if you sit there and go, I hate it because we're living the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs, and I don't get to try to suck people's will to live out of their arteries. I want to make a movie to creep people out. Shut up, Stephen King. Go home. Yeah, you can have Whoopi Goldberg's old toilet that tells you when you're going to die because of how you're behaving and how much booze you're drinking and how much carbon emission poisoning you breathed in by you jogging along the freeway. Have a nice day. Here's your Oura ring. That'll be $995 and shipping is always free. Well, because you got it on, what's that thing called with the deal-com. Well, before that, it was like $900, but now you got it for $99. It's completely worthless, but hey, so is money. Okay. And if you think money's real, so is your time. All right, I love you very much. That was pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I like Earl. I'm so glad he's the Messiah, and all these liars on TV and selling books for mass murder or not. Yeah, me too. Okay, I love you guys. All right, peace.